one for the grandkids. It's an excerpt from my memoir, and it's called Visions, Where the Locals Go. It was early and Cheetahs was dead, but we had to be dressed and on the floor by 7. Dressed meaning in our underwear. A leggy suicide girl with a mohawk got up from her card game and pressed her cheek against our floor manager's hairy chest. "We're starving, Vinny. At least get us a pizza." He mumbled something about piranhas and walked away. Her desperation cracked the veneer of her tight Hollywood smile, and she clung to her Hello Kitty purse where there was nothing but lint. Cheetahs reflected my ugly loneliness back to me, and I couldn't stay away from it. I was motherless, and a new knot rattled inside my ribcage. It was loudest when I dialed Mom's number to hear her voice that was still on the answering machine, 6 months after the last cancer. She would never answer the phone again, but her voice was still there, and it looped around my mind while I panhandled in my underwear at Cheetahs. Hollywood is no San Francisco. Years ago, before the economy tanked, I sold lap dances for $60 a song and stacked enough dough to finance Hawaiian vacations and Beverly Hills boobs and support boyfriends. But recession guys are reluctant to part with their hard-earned bread. At Cheetahs, I'd say anything for $25. Instead of selling a dance, I sold loneliness, got them smitten, made empty promises, gave them my phone number, told them I'd meet them for dinner, play tennis with them, go to Vegas, Mexico. "I'll kill you if you don't marry me," one guy said. I told him I would. Stripping wasn't always this emotionally complicated. Part of the problem in LA is the rules that separate booze from touching. Local and state laws change every few years regarding nudity and physical contact in the clubs. Adults are treated like sex offenders in LA, punished for their desire to grope naked chicks. Where there's alcohol, there's no contact. But when Willie Brown was mayor in San Francisco in the 90s, full contact lap dancing was legal. We paid a stage fee and .com money flowed. Here in LA, topless clubs aren't even topless anymore. Dancers can't show any nipple, and there's no touching, which is why I got called into the manager's office. "Why do you let them touch you?" Vinny asked. My knee rubbed a customer's thigh. I let him grab my hips. My hair poured into his face. My lips touched his neck. Vinny showed me on the monitor. Then I got a text from a friend who was working in New Orleans. "You should come out here and work at Visions. It's good." It doesn't take much to extract me from the claws of Lady Los Angeles, so I borrowed a couple $100 and bought a one-way ticket to New Orleans, where I could be groped without being fired. "The weather's 90 degrees with 90% humidity," the stewardess announces on the plane. "People moan, but I'm ready to be wrapped in southern steam." Out of the airport, I'm hit by the heat. New Orleans is a sweaty pussy that sticks to your face, soaks into your skin, and stays the night. "Visions," I say. Like hairdressers and other keepers of the occult codes in New Orleans, the cab driver knows where to go. Visions is 20 minutes from the airport, nowhere near the frenzy of Bourbon Street. The only thing that far off downman is some railroad tracks, a Domino's pizza, and a condemned liquor store. There are no billboards advertising Visions, just a sign on the building that reads, "Visions, where the locals go." From the outside, Visions looks like a gutted Denny's. A wire fence holds back weeds and ivy, but the vines punch through and crash to their suicide on the gravel below. There's a truck parked in the lot with a bumper sticker, "Nolans, proud to swim home." I step out of the cab with my rolling suitcase, duffel bag, and computer, sticky from the air. Live oaks reach across the sky and dangle curvy shadows across the street. The rain shoots down, stops, and the sun sears through the mist. I walk up cement stairs and inside Visions, which is dark as hell, a smoky dungeon promising spiders, tits, and beer. "I'm here to see Rick to audition," I say to a thin, pale guy with a big head and a limp. He crosses his arms and eyeballs my suitcase. "He's not here. It's Friday night. You can't get on the schedule." I won't get hired. I'm too fat. I'm too old. I'm too tattooed, I think. "You can wait at the bar." I roll my luggage to a stool and watch the day shift girls change into night shift. In the dark heat, I know this is my world. A smoky place where the lonely hide and tough girls jiggle their butts and make serious cash. I dial my mom's number for luck, but it's too loud and I can barely hear her cheery hello. The topless girls dance on the bar in G-strings that are more like strategically placed threads. Meaty thighs wiggle to the rhythm of Jimmy Vaughn's Can't Say No. The rule is guys have to tip if they sit at the bar, and they have to be drinking or they're asked to leave. A recorded male voice says so every few minutes to remind customers and discourage squatters. I'm relieved to see the range of body types and the signature dead gaze girls toss my direction while floating on plastic heels. They're not all Vegased out. They're real girls with stretch marks and round hips, crooked smiles, and their garters hold stacks of green. They're making money. Maybe I can too. The limper paces the club with his smirk. Guys like him have the power to reject beautiful girls they couldn't touch in high school. My friend Christina works here, but not tonight, so I have no pull. She'd said, talk to the night manager, Rick. He's the nice guy. An hour passes. I'm tired from the flight. My outfit isn't sexy, and I have nowhere to stay tonight. Managers of strip clubs are always a cartoon version of themselves, and I'm a faded, tired version of me. Rick shows, after all. I know he's the night manager by his important walk and business casual dress shirt. He's a fat guy who drinks beer and then chases it with lines of Coke at 3 a.m. He has the bleakness that only guys whose days begin and end in strip clubs understand. He ended up here and stayed. He waves me into an office the size of a bathtub where both managers stand in the dark. How'd you find out about this place? Rick asks. There's a cash machine counting bills. It stops at 100. It's loud as a hairdryer. Christina told me. Show me your body. I lift up my shirt and remove my bra, pull down my pants to my knees. He runs one hand over his silver greasy hair, and with the other he grabs my ass and holds it, sampling the flab there, which I have in ample supply. This is the same treatment I got from the Persian Mafia at the Market Street Cinema in San Francisco in '96. Are there any more tattoos or just your arms? Just my arms. You need day girls? Rick asks the limper. Nah. The limper shuffles papers, his eyes glow. The cash machine spits out bills. Red lights show digital numbers, and there's a click, click, click of plastic heels, announcing a blonde stripper who puffs a cigarette. My eyes burn. Go downtown, try bourbon, he says. They're in love with this hazing routine. They're delighted to reject me. Nice guy Rick sticks a rubber band over a wad of cash. I push my boob jobs together and tilt my head to the side, begging. I have to convince them of my earning abilities. I need one night shift to prove myself. But they don't care if I came from sucking Hugh Hefner's dick at the Playboy Mansion. They don't want me at Visions. I pull up my jeans and fasten my bra. The limper laughs and shakes his head. Rick checks his watch. My audition is over. Stick around for an hour, and if I need girls, you can stay, he says. I roll my suitcase into the dressing room, where naked girls talk on cell phones, slam metal lockers, apply mascara, and smoke cigarettes. A drunk girl with black Cleopatra bangs collapses on the floor. Her eyeballs roll back in her head. My brother's dead. Is my brother dead? She says. A tiny redhead in a plaid skirt holds her by the waist. She reminds me of the suicide girls I left at Cheetah's. You've got to go home, sweetie, she says to the drunk girl. Rick appears in the dressing room and walks over to the drunk girl, who tries to stand but slides back down to the floor instead. Get dressed. You're going home. He reaches in his back pocket for bolt cutters and opens her locker. My brother. Is my brother dead? She sticks to the wall and doesn't let go. The plaid skirt girl looks at me. Hand me her stuff. I reach up to locker 29 and grab her clothes. There's an unspoken bond among strippers. No matter what happened, if a dancer's in trouble, the girls help or mind their own business out of respect, whichever is needed. We dress her and call a cab. The other strippers continue their voodoo that involves involves glitter, body spray, and lip gloss. I shove my bag into locker 29 and know I have found my tribe. A pirate society that's understood and cohesive. We're there for a singular purpose. If pressed, it's us against the world. After the drunk girl is gone, Rick, the nice guy, turns to me. Welcome to Visions.